You're going to be a mother. Don't you feel sorry for your unborn child? My mother-in-law always criticizes me about the baby. How heartless is she? Find a job. You and your daughter are healthy and can still work if you choose to. Your daughter is young and can work as much as she wants. If you want to protect your kids, you need to stand up for yourself. Doing nothing and asking for help isn't how things work. My name is Sarah. I've been married to my husband, Chris, for 3 years. We get along well and are happy together. Chris is kind and caring, but his mother bothers me constantly. Before we got married, she told us she wanted to live with us, and we agreed. At first, we had a good relationship, but 3 months ago, my father-in-law passed away, and everything changed. Looking back, I think he kept the peace between my mother-in-law and me. After he died, my mother-in-law started picking on me. She relies on my husband and seems to see me as a rival. Why did Chris choose a wife like you? She says when he's not around. I'm so glad I have a job, or I'd have to endure her sarcasm all day. Even just an hour before Chris comes home is too much for me. Twice a week, I make dinner. While I'm cooking, she comes into the kitchen and nags me about what I'm doing. Not simmered dishes again today. Angela, you don't like fried food, do you? Don't treat me like I'm old. But the other day you said you didn't like fried food. And before that, you said you didn't like stew. I never said that. She snaps back. Does she have dementia? If I mention that her nagging will continue, I might as well make fried food. Fried fish would be good, she says. We don't have any fish in the fridge. I reply, suspecting she checked beforehand to make this difficult. I'll ask Chris to get some. Wow, you treat my son like a servant, don't you? She retorts. He's going to eat it too, so isn't it okay for him to get it? I argue. What I'm saying is, you make my son run errands. Fine, then we'll have simmered vegetables today. I don't want to eat simmered vegetables, she snaps. Then I'll order delivery, I suggest. Trying to skip your chores, huh? I can't help but give a bitter smile. No matter what I suggest, my mother-in-law denies everything. When my husband comes home, she acts sweet and innocent. It's so frustrating. But this isn't the only thing she complains about. You've been married for 3 years, right? She asks. Yes, that's right. Where are my grandchildren? Why haven't you had any yet? Not yet. Not yet. Don't be silly. Answer me properly. Not yet. I repeat. In 3 years, if a couple can't have children after 3 years of marriage, they should get divorced, shouldn't they? You know what I mean. When will I get to see my grandchildren? I don't know. It's a gift. Isn't there something wrong with you? You have a problem, so you can't get pregnant or something. Her comments are so annoying. Even though I've decided to ignore whatever she says, dealing with her is exhausting. My husband and I want children, but it hasn't happened yet. We're both very busy with work and don't have much time together right now. Even without my mother-in-law's nagging, I'm already thinking about having a child. We're ready anytime, but it just hasn't happened. From her perspective, she can't wait to see her adorable son's child. But then she adds, "You're quite old to have a baby now, aren't you? I doubt you'll have a healthy child. I'd only accept healthy children. I understand. I'll make sure Chris knows we need to have healthy babies." Wait a minute. This has nothing to do with my son, she says. He's a big part of it, isn't he? I respond. She must know she's being nasty, which is why she doesn't want her son to know about this. I hadn't complained to my husband about his mother because he's very concerned about her since she lost her husband. He would be hurt if he knew what she says to me. Besides, I can still bear it. She's not violent or anything. I thought that if I just let her words go in one ear and out the other, everything would be fine. Amid this routine, I found out I was pregnant. My husband and I decided to tell my mother-in-law about my pregnancy once I was in a stable period. However, Her reaction was unexpected. Instead of being happy, she had an indescribable look on her face. I soon learned why. My sister-in-law was also pregnant and facing marital problems. She and her husband were on the verge of divorce. What on earth was going on? The next day, my sister-in-law came to our house with shocking news. Her husband had been unfaithful and left her while she was pregnant. She didn't know what to do and returned to her parents' house, seeking her mother's support. While I understood her need to come back to her parents' house, a few things puzzled me. First, this was my mother-in-law's house where my husband and I also lived. If she was going to stay here, she should at least inform my husband, if not me. Furthermore, if her husband had left her, wouldn't it be better for my mother-in-law to support her at her place until the baby was born? My husband thought the same. Hey sis, I know it's been hard, but it would be nice if you could say a word to us. It's our house now too, he said reasonably. However, my sister-in-law and mother-in-law disagreed. Your sister has been through a lot. She was cheated on and left by her husband. Why don't you go to her house? My mother-in-law suggested. Sarah is pregnant too. It's not easy having two pregnant women in one house. I was taken aback. Am I supposed to leave my pregnancy under that kind of stress? I asked. No, I didn't say that. But you should have told me before you got here, I replied. Lots were going on, and I didn't have time for that. Besides, this is my parents' house. Why should I have to ask for your permission? My sister-in-law argued. Remember, this is their home now, too. When you come back, you have to let them know you're coming back, my husband insisted. Dad passed away. That doesn't count, she retorted. In the end, there was no clear right or wrong. Some people think it's necessary to inform others in advance, while others don't. And so we started living together with my sister-in-law in an unfriendly atmosphere. A week later, my mother-in-law was so focused on my sister-in-law that she stopped doing household chores altogether. Despite my pregnancy, she treated me with disrespect. My mother-in-law would prepare breakfast when my husband was home, but I was in charge of all the dinners. She didn't ask me to do this. She forced me to. One evening, when my husband came home and saw I had made dinner again, he asked, "Did you make dinner again today?" "Yes, I did," I replied. "It's been a week, right?" he noted, and then confided in him about everything that had happened over the past week. My husband, enraged, went to his mother's room. "That's enough," he yelled as he opened the door, startling my mother-in-law and sister-in-law. "What are you saying all of a sudden?" my mother-in-law asked. "You've been busy with my sister for the past week. Why are you making Sarah do all the dinner preparation? She's pregnant, and it's hard for her," he said. "Sarah is pregnant too," my sister-in-law added. "Then why don't you help her?" my husband replied. "You said you would support her the other day." "Okay, I will support her," my mother-in-law finally agreed. "Sarah, would you mind if we stayed at your parents' house for a week or so? I'll look for a new place while we're there," my husband asked. "Yeah, that's okay. Thank you." "Great, let's get ready right away. Tell me what you need, and I'll pack." Hearing this, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law panicked and tried to stop my husband. "Hey, wait a minute. What about the costs of living? What will happen to the upkeep of this house and our living expenses when you are gone?" my sister-in-law asked. "I don't know. You'll have to take care of yourselves." I thought we were doing well with Mom because Sarah didn't say anything. But Mom, you've just been a jerk to Sarah, haven't you? I'm an idiot for not noticing, but you're an even bigger one. Oh, come on, it's just a little playful banter. Sarah, I'm sorry for everything that has happened, so please stay here, my mother-in-law pleaded. No, it's just too hard. I can't. Please live happily with your daughter, I responded. I'm saying I need you. Who do you think will take care of my daughter's baby when it's born? I think your daughter, the mother of the child, would take care of it. No, you will take care of it. So you'll just have to give it up this time. What the hell are you talking about? You want me to give up my child? I was shocked. Yes, I do. You're younger than my daughter. You still have a chance. Screw you. My husband said exactly what I was thinking. Understood. I will not have your grandchildren, he continued. Well, then I guess you just have to leave. Fine. I'm cutting ties with you guys, my husband declared. Chris, you better watch yourself when your sister is going through a rough time, my mother-in-law warned. Sarah is more important to me, he replied firmly. Oh, you married a weird woman. Okay, but Chris, whatever happens to me in the future, you will not be entitled to any inheritance. I don't want it. We moved out of my mother-in-law's house and into my parents' house. At first, we planned to stay there for a week, but my parents told us to take it easy until the baby was born. My husband seemed comfortable and accepted their offer. The rest of our time was very peaceful. We should have done this earlier. I'm sorry for being insensitive, my husband said. It's okay. It only happened after your father died. It was only for a short time. I reassured him. I'm so sorry, he repeated, with tears in his eyes. No, really. I talked back to your mother. It's okay. Besides, we have a peaceful life now. Let's look forward to the birth of our child. Yeah, he agreed. About 6 months after we started living with my parents, I got a call from my mother-in-law. Although I didn't want to speak to her, I decided to answer. Sarah, how are you? She asked. She wanted money. She said she had savings but couldn't withdraw them right away because they were in a time deposit. She wanted to borrow some money for a while. I decided to ignore her request and hung up without saying anything. I told my husband when he came home. She can't withdraw money because it's in a time deposit. Don't understand what she means. Anyway, you're pregnant right now. You shouldn't be thinking about unnecessary things, he said. However, my mother-in-law was so desperate that she came over to my parents' house. On that day, my husband and I were the only ones at home. When my mother-in-law confirmed that my parents were not there, she tried to barge in. Wait a minute. This is Sarah's parents' house. You can't just barge in here. If you want to talk right here, my husband said firmly. I came all the way out here to talk to you, she insisted. I didn't invite you. I thought we cut ties with you. It's not that easy to cut ties. So I need you to lend me money, my mother-in-law pleaded. Impossible. Go home now, my husband responded firmly. Despite being treated so harshly, my mother-in-law refused to leave our front door. I'll tell you the truth, so please lend me some money, she insisted. Then she revealed something that didn't really surprise me. My sister-in-law had lied about her husband cheating on her and moving out. The truth was, she had cheated on him and got pregnant by another man. As a result, she was divorced and kicked out of the house. Moreover, her ex-husband was demanding alimony from her. When my husband and I heard this, we weren't surprised. We were convinced. Although we hadn't known him long, my sister-in-law's husband was a gentle person. There was no way he would throw out his wife, especially if she was pregnant with his child. That's what she deserved. Why don't you ask the father of the child for help? My husband suggested. He ran away, my mother-in-law admitted, looking defeated. It's really dumbfounding. I'm not going to help her. I have no reason to, my husband stated firmly. I'll never forget what you said to me, I added. What did I say? My mother-in-law asked, confused. You told Sarah to give up the baby? My husband reminded her. I apologized for that already. Besides, it's growing up fine, isn't it? Oh, my beautiful grandchild, she cooed, trying to touch my protruding belly. Don't touch me, I exclaimed, shaking her hand off as hard as I could. There was nothing more offensive than being petted by a stranger. I apologized. Don't hold it against me, Sorry, Chris. May I asked, seeking his approval. He nodded silently. I can't forgive you for telling me to give up my child. You do nothing and then come asking for help. Things don't work that way. Well, that's them. Goodbye, my husband said, as he kicked my mother-in-law out the front door and locked it behind her. 6 months have passed since then. All we received from my mother-in-law was a postcard telling us that my sister-in-law had a baby. We haven't been in touch, so we don't know what's going on with my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and her child. But I like to think they are working hard for the child's sake. Meanwhile, I successfully delivered my first child 5 months ago, a sweet, sweet boy. Raising a child is often a challenge, but with the help of my parents, he's growing up fast. I will continue to protect this life for the sake of my child. There are certain people who can only think of themselves. It's a sad thing. At any rate, I'm glad that my family was able to escape from my in-laws. From now on, we'll enjoy a peaceful life. Thank you for watching to the end. Please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.